Hey, River Vocal Team, here with Kim, and we're real excited to do a little training video for you on what's coming up for Vocal Team in the next few months. And we have kind of some things we want to share with you that I think are very important to why we prepare for vocals and why we do what we do. And I'm going to kind of let Kim lead on that because she's our vocal technician and she's leading the charge. She's carrying the flag for us. And we have I think, some very important things that we all need to be on the same page on. So, so Kim, why don't you just take it away? Just talk to us. We're going to start with philosophy, right? Like, why are we even doing this? Why are we singing? That kind of stuff.
I feel that when you're up there performing, you're not just performing. You're not performing for an audience. You're singing for God, and you're praising Him. You're worshiping Him with your talent. And so you're not only singing to Him and for Him, but you're singing on behalf of all of the people that are sitting down in the seats below you. And in order to convey your message, you need to have your song memorized. You need to be able to make eye contact with people. We want to move people every Sunday. Every Sunday, I want people to come up to you and say, you really moved me today. You moved me to tears. I want people, once the band starts playing and the singers start singing, I want them to be standing in the aisles with their hands in the air because they're so moved. And in order to bring that level of passion and intensity to your performance, you really have to have the song memorized. You need to be able to make eye contact with people and not just be reading words and not be distracted by other things. And when you have a song memorized, it will allow you to kind of notice what's going on in the room. You can see that somebody's moved, and that spiritually it makes you rise higher. And so we want to really encourage everybody to start memorizing songs, every song, every time. And so here we're going to give you some tips for how to memorize your stuff. One of the things that helps, and this is really basic, but is to write out the lyrics by hand. Don't just copy and paste them from a website somewhere. Handwrite them out. And it's like the teacher used to have you write on the blackboard, I will not push and shove, Johnny. It gets the message across, and you will remember because you hand wrote it. That's one thing that you can do. Another thing you can do is look at the lyrics to the song and think of it as a story. Look at the first verse, and a lot of times, there is a story in the song, and think about what each verse means and where it's going. Think about that story when you're singing the song. And some songs, they don't really have a story. There's, lines that are put together, and they don't seem to have any kind of a direction. And those, you have to find some other tricks in order to memorize them. You have to look at, this verse starts with, the first word is on a C, and then the next verse starts with F, and the next verse is starting on a word with an L. Hey, that's alphabetical. That's how I can remember the lyrics to that song. Or, if it's not alphabetical, it's, the opposite of alphabetical, or maybe it's an acronym. Whatever you need to do, but that's what I do.
Yeah, this stuff is gold. I don't think we've ever really gotten into this much detail with exactly how to practice our craft, and I think the time is right, and it's excellent stuff. You're really bringing a pro level to this. You also talked about practicing in different rooms of the house, in different situations, because you think, oh, I've got it when you're in a certain situation. But if you go, sing it for somebody else or go to a different room, that's much more like the actual performance, which we all know once you get up on that stage, it can feel different. You feel like you don't know it as well as you thought you did, that kind of thing. So true. I think that's a great one, too. I want to talk a little bit about the back screen. We've been going back and forth a little bit about the back screen, and it hasn't been available for the last month because we've had a problem with the projector. In all honesty, eventually, I do think that we will be at a place where we can live without the back screen. But I acknowledge that time is not yet. We need to be on this journey together. We need to take steps together, and I definitely don't want to freak anybody out. So we have, I know that it's possible with the back screen there to come in, not really knowing your song, but know enough of the melody to just read the back screen and get away with it. And I just want to caution against that because that's definitely not where we're headed, as you can see. What the back screen is for an emergency. If for some reason your memorization slips or in the moment something distracts you and you're not exactly sure where you're going with the song, you glance up at that thing and you see where you are, great, and you're back to performing. You're back to making that eye contact, like you say. You're back to selling the song inspiring people and praising God with that music. That's where we want to be. So, yeah, we're going to continue to have the back screen for now. But I think we want to encourage you to treat it like it's not there. Treat it like it's really not there. Don't count on it. One other thing I wanted to mention was I've had a few people come up to me recently in the last few months when I've said, hey, it sounded like maybe you didn't have your lyric all together, whatever, and they'll say, oh, I really had a bad week this week. Or it's something really caught me by surprise this week and I didn't have the time to put in like I wanted to. And I want to just make a suggestion that waiting till the last week to really double down on your song is a bad idea. We're trying to move the scheduling even further back than we've had it recently so that there are a good 3 to 4 weeks where you know what songs you're going to be singing. And you have the MP3s on Planning Center. We just encourage you to start learning the song 3 to 4 weeks in advance. Don't wait for that last week. Life is unpredictable. You never know when something is going to happen, and your time is going to be given to your job or your family or some other crisis, and you don't have that time that last week. How much more important then is it to really learn the song 3 weeks out or 2 weeks out? Then you can polish it, memorize it the last week, but if that last week gets away from you, all is not lost. You have a good foundation. I don't know if you want to say anything more about that.
That's a great point. And, distractions can come in the moment that you're singing, or they can come, while you're preparing the week before. So more is more. More preparation is better than less preparation. Yeah. And also, I don't want anybody to think that, we're just going to throw you to the wolves, because that's not the case. I want everybody to get out there and feel comfortable, and you will enjoy what you're doing so much more if you have it memorized. You'll be able to really interact with the other people on stage, and the band. If Jim gives a cue and we're going to say, hey, let's take it around again, because people are really into this song, you'll be able to do that, and we'll be able to focus on what's happening, and it's important that as we're doing this, we're all in this together. So we're not going to take anything away. I swear I did not pay anybody off to get rid of the back screen. It was an accident. It's just timing. Yeah. But we'll keep bringing this message to you and encouraging you to memorize stuff. But there's not a cutoff point.
Yeah, I really appreciate that sensibility, and I love the tips that you gave. That gives us some concrete examples. I know I'm going to do the handwriting thing. I've never done that before, and I think that will help learn the lyrics for me. So, encourage everyone to be on this journey. Try some of this stuff. Don't get freaked out. Come to us if you're having a problem, especially to Kim, because she's the expert for vocals. So, all right, we love you guys. Thanks for being a part of the team and part of the journey. And get back to us if you have any feedback or comments about this or any other suggestions that help you prepare for your vocal too, and we'll pass them on to the team. All right. Have a great Christmas season. We'll be seeing you soon.